So we are back from SEMA, and we are ready to put these together for Live to Offend so they can debut the car this month. I'm hoping to be there. We'll see if we can work that out. It'd be cool to see the car in person, but as far as we're concerned, the lights are the prize. Alright, so what I'm doing is adding some electrical tape to the wires that come through the bracket. The bracket is stainless steel, and we had to cut for the wires to go through. It's not 100% smooth, it's a water jet cut, so it has like a little bit of a burr. We tried to file that down a little bit, but just in case we don't want some sort of road vibration to wiggle and kind of chew through the wires against that, so I'm just adding a little bit of electrical tape. On the other side, I added some heat shrink. So this side is already wired. I don't want to have to redo the wiring, so I'm just going to add some electrical tape. So at this point, I'm going to use the two posts that are on each of these hex halos to mount them to this backing plate. So once I have this high beam one mounted, I'm going to go ahead and just tighten it down a bit, and then we're going to remount the high beam projector. Now we just went through and double checked aim, so everything's okay. What I did to keep that aim was I JB welded each of the nuts that hold the projector in place, so that I know when I put it back on, it's going to hit those exact points, and we don't have to do any guesswork or re-aiming. Where's my widow wench? At this point, the hexes are mounted. The projectors are both cleaned and mounted for their final resting place. I did have to take some of the wires off of the sequencer chip just to get the hex through that backing plate. So I'm just going to resolder those right now, test it out, make sure it's all good. If everything tests well, we're going to go ahead and put these in the backings, put the front housing on, and at that point, this should be all set.
Nice.
It's a solder extractor. Alright, so we got the wires resoldered to the sequencer. I'm just doing a little bit of cable management here because obviously there's a lot of wires going on. So I'm using some fabric tape. This is a nice way to keep all the wires in place and have it still be flexible, so we can kind of move things around as we put it together. And it's not all sticky like electric tape gets over time. One of the other things we do is use these wire grommets. So what these do is when we route the wires through the backing of the headlight, they keep a nice weather-tight seal to that backing. These hug really tight to the wires, and we also put them on the bottom of the headlight. Obviously water doesn't go like up, so this will keep the wires going out nice and clean, as well as prevent any sort of debris or water to come into the headlight. So we aimed these on an actual car at the little speed shop here in Rochester. They let us use their shop E36, which was awesome. So we put them on the car, just test aim them, make sure they were at a good level, make sure the rotation was correct. Everything was spot on, which is awesome, but it's always good to double check that, especially for a project like this. So in order for us to clean everything behind the front kind of bracket plate here, we did have to remove the housing again. When we do that, we have to take the adjusters out. So what I did was I used a little paint stick and kind of wrote where each of these adjusters were laying, and then I also used a caliper and just measured. So it's kind of a two-check system. One is just like an actual physical check where I can put this on there and double check it, and then secondly, I can just measure and just make sure that it's exactly precise. So I'm gonna do that. After that's done, these are ready to roll. Brother.